Hi everyone, it's Nick Millington speaking, Route Director for Network Rail in the Wales and Borders route. Today I'm here at Holyhead, right at the extremity of our network. Firstly, I wanted to say a quick apology to you all. I cannot make it to the conference, and for that I'm really sorry, but I just cannot get there. So I put my thinking cap on and thought, what's the next best thing that I can do? And of course, I can be there virtually. So here I am. So a really exciting time in the Wales and Borders route and across the railway network, the Network Rail network. We are right now on the door of CP7, which is our next control period funding settlement. And in that settlement, there are a lot of challenges, and we like challenges, and there are a lot of opportunities. So I thought I'd just share a few, if I may. So always, the first thing on my mind is the safety of our people, the safety of our infrastructure, and the safety of our operations. That is the most important thing. We've done a lot of work with track worker safety, infrastructure resilience, and more, but there's always more that we can do. Any ideas that you've got, any techniques, technology, or anything like that, please come and see us. We're keen to engage on safety in a really collaborative and positive way. The second thing that is on my mind then is punctuality. I can talk for Wales and Borders quite closely. So since COVID, punctuality on the train service on our network has been, quite frankly, it's not been good enough. We've done a lot of work over the last 18 months, and it is like turning the metaphorical oil tanker. We're only just now seeing the green shoots of recovery with train performance. And it's going to be a perpetual challenge as we go through the control period. We have got iterative timetable changes, increases in frequency, open access operators, freight growth, and much more. So the challenge to improve performance whilst improving the frequency and the reducing the journey times is, it is a real challenge. So that is a challenge that we are tackling head on, but we could always take help and advice. So please do share. Next, I'm going to come to our renewals programs. So obviously the funding settlement, it's not excessive. In some places it's very tight, and we're going to need to develop really quite novel ways to make our infrastructure resilient, extend its whole life, if you were, and create a railway that is safe, obviously reliable, but equally it's got to be affordable. So we've got a 5-year programme of renewals, quite detailed in actual fact, but we do need to work on the efficient and effective delivery methods for that work, and that will be a really close focus for us as we head through next year. Obviously, we start planning now. We've been planning actually for a couple of years because the planning of the year 1 work started last year. But the planning horizons for year 2, 3, and 4 are already upon us now. So time is of the essence to plan efficient and effective work. Another thing on my mind is climate adaptation and resilience. So one of the biggest single causes of delay in Wales and Borders is weather. That's flooding, that's high winds. We've also got 40,000 diseased trees and other challenges that the climate resilience presents us. We need to get better. Okay, we need to run a low carbon form of transport at a time where we've never needed one so much before, and we've got to get ahead on things like flooding, on hot weather management, on autumn, on how we manage the railway in high winds and heavy rain. So that is a challenge. We're using quite a lot of technology with that now, with weather forecasting, site monitoring, and much more. But there's always more that we can do to stay ahead. So keen to hear on that as well. I think the final thing I'll say is about our people. Okay, over the next 5 years in the control period, we know that a lot of our valued colleagues are going to leave the railway industry into retirement, most likely. Okay, We've done a lot of work on age profiling and skills profiling, and it kind of bears on me heavy about how much experience we've got now that in 5 years' time will leave the industry. And the more that we can do to make sure that tomorrow's railway is left in really safe and capable hands, that will be time well spent, and that is certainly a focus for me now. Anyway, you've probably heard enough from me now. I could speak for quite a long time, but I won't. Thank you for listening to me, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your conference. All the very best. Thank you.